Hey guys, welcome back to another great game of CDH. But before anything, I do want to apologize for missing last week's video. As some of you might have heard, or at least those that follow me on Twitter, I started house buying, and oh boy does that take up way too much time. But I found a sweet house, and they accepted my offer, so your boy is going to be a homeowner. Well, fingers crossed the inspection goes well. But enough for me. I also have some other good news as I get to announce the winner of our giveaway. Drum roll, please. And the winner is Alex Steele. And due to the delay, he's already received his prize and is rocking those sweet, sweet custom sleeves. But thanks to everyone who entered the giveaway, as I would love to hold another one when we hit our next subscriber milestone. And another great way to support the channel is by becoming a member of our Patreon. This is a great way to show support and help the channel grow and keep making videos you enjoy. So if you're interested, come check us out. Also, if you're interested in playing with us, hop on our Discord. We have an ever-growing community and we'll love to talk MTG or whatever strikes our fancy. And another benefit is we often let people know when we play and would love to meet some new people. Alright, block there. Kill that. Oh, that is trample. Guess I'm just dead on board. First up is Hidden Planet X, playing Urza, Lord Artificer. And today he is piloting the Urza Polytyrant list from the CEDH decklist database. This is a polymorph deck that uses Urza's ability to create a token to polymorph into a Hullbreaker Horror, to loop cheap artifacts for infinite mana, and the ability to cast your entire deck, while also utilizing Urza's ability to break parity with stax artifacts such as Winter Orb. Next up is Luke, who brought Araumi of the Dead Tide, and oh boy, I think this is an underrated commander. This is a Dimir Turbo Ad Naz consultation deck that has a one-card combo in the form of Spellseeker, and has an added backup of Recursion in case you can't go off the first time. I played 2 games against it, and it seriously impressed me. In the third spot, we have Solvi, and yes, I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly, but he said it was fine. And he's brought Yennet, Cryptic Sovereign. This is another Commander Precon commander that I had basically forgotten about, but I definitely shouldn't have, when I realized Peer into the Abyss is an odd mana spell, and this deck aims to cast it turn 3 at the latest. And if not that, a free Nexus of Fate or Doomsday seems pretty good. And bringing up the rear, we have Dylan, piloting his signature list, Hapatra, Vizier of Poisons. And as the author of the list on the CEDH database, I have to imagine he knows quite a bit about this scary snake woman. This is a Turbo Hulk list that aims to sacrifice Hulk for a win, or use a backup win con with either Witherbloom or Hapatra counter shenanigans. And oh boy, can this deck really come out of nowhere. But without further ado, let's get on to the gameplay. Pre-game. Dylan actually starts off the game with a pre-game effect, as he puts a Gemstone Cavern into play, exiling a Fyndhorn Elf to do so. Hidden then officially starts with a snow-covered island, using it for a preordain. He scries 2 to the bottom and draws. Hidden had kept a 1-lander and still hasn't found the second, and plays a Mishra's Bauble to hopefully draw into it. He cracks it to look at Luke's top card, who reveals a Flusterstorm. On Luke's upkeep, Hidden draws, and Luke then plays and cracks a Scalding Tarn for an Underground Sea. He doesn't have a follow-up. Solvi has a Sea of Clouds and uses it for an Esper Sentinel. This does prompt a response from Luke, as he considers in response, milling a Swan Song. Dylan plays a Phyrexian Tower as land and taps 2 for a Dark Confidant. Hidden draws but still hasn't found a land, as he taps 1 for an Arkham's Astrolabe. He has to give a card to Solvi, but finds the snow-covered island he was looking for, and hands the turn over after that. Luke has an Urborg and casts a Lotus Petal, giving a card to Solvi. Luke then taps out, cracking the petal for a Necropotence. Luke was hoping the coast was clear, but Hidden responds with a Swan Song, since an early Necro would be too much advantage. Luke gets his bird, while Solvi draws off his Esper Sentinel. Solvi plays a Tundra and keeps the stacks going as he casts a Drannith Magistrate, to the annoyance of the table. Grumbling aside, the Drannith resolves, and Solvi then heads to combat and tries to hit Luke, but remembers he now has a bird and decides to hold back his sentinel. Dylan reveals a Green Sun's off his Dark Confidant trigger and plays a Verdant Catacombs as land. A bird comes out with Dylan then cracking his fetch for a Bayou. He's still shuffling, but is going to use his 2 remaining mana on a Survival of the Fittest, giving another card to Solvi. And man, is Hidden jealous of that Esper Sentinel right now. Lotus Petal then comes out, and Dylan ends his turn smacking Hidden with his Dark Confidant. Hidden draws, but doesn't have a land, or really anything else to do, and passes. Luke plays an Exotic Orchard as land, and Imperial Seals. He does pay for the Sentinel, but is done after that. Solvi has an Ancient Tomb, and apparently is having the exact opposite issue from Hidden, as he passes, discarding 2 lands due to hand size. Dylan takes 1 as he reveals an Entomb off his Dark Confidant. A Slitherborn Pathway comes out as land, and he ends his turn once again smacking Hidden for 2. I still can't block. This is not looking like a good game for me. Hidden is still digging for lands as he ponders. He has nothing better to do and does pay for the Esper Sentinel. His pondering does reveal lands, 3 to be exact, as he chooses not to shuffle and draws. He then plays a snow-covered island and is done after that. Luke draws his tutored card and plays a Phyrexian Tower. 3 mana then gets him a Spellseeker, to which Dylan responds by tapping a bunch of mana. One thing I don't think anyone caught was Dylan using his birds for mana and then sacrificing it to the tower for an extra black. But along with his Lotus Petal and lands, this gives him 7 mana, and since he ends up courting for 3, it's 1 more than he actually needed. He does let Solvi draw from his Sentinel, but responding to the cord, Luke simply responds with a Flusterstorm, and the Spellseeker resolves, with him tutoring out a Dispel. Solvi starts off by taking 2 from his tomb to cast a Grim Monolith, which is then tapped for a Talisman of Progress. Still with floating mana, he then taps out for a Jace the Mind Sculptor, who then brainstorms. But he ends his turn with an Underground Sea and exactly 7 cards in hand. Dylan reveals an Ancient Tomb off his Confidant. He plays it as land and taps it for a black due to Orborg. He then casts a Demonic Tutor and doesn't pay for the Sentinel. He finds his card and once again sends his Confidant back at Hidden. Hidden takes the hit, and at his end step, Hidden tries to Pongify the Drannith. He can't pay for the 1 for Sentinel, and Solvi draws. This was basically a Hail Mary on Hidden's part, but his hopes are dashed as Solvi fires back with a miscast to stop the Pongify. Hidden untaps and plays another snow-covered island. He hopes he can maybe slow the game down and cast a Trinisphere.
That's not what I wanted to see.
Hidden pays the 1 for the Sentinel, and Dylan then responds with an Entomb. He finds a Protean Hulk for his graveyard. Solvi gets another draw, and still with a Trinisphere on the stack, Dylan casts a Necromancy, using his tower for the extra mana.
Oh.
Shouldn't you want to wait till the Trinisphere resolves? Because Necromancy is still going to cost 3.
Oh, yeah, but everybody's tapped out.
Yeah, but you wait for the...
It means we can force a will now.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotcha.
I mean, I don't have a response. If I had a counterspell, I would have tried to fight on the...
Anybody got the 4s?
Yeah, I got the 4s.
Ah!
Pre-ordained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have waited.
Woo!
Oh, well. It do me like that.
Yep.
Well, with that game-winning plan thwarted, the turn is then handed over. Luke plays and cracks a Polluted Delta. He ends up bolting himself as he finds an untapped Watery Grave. He then sacrifices his Spellseeker to the tower to help cast an Adnaz. He gives a card to Solvi, but this Adnaz is really more for value, and he begins revealing. Luke stops at 5 life and then discards a few cards due to hand size. Solvi untaps and draws something really good as he plays a City of Brass's land. He pays 3 for a Thassa's Oracle, and with a trigger on the stack, responds with a Demonic Consultation.
R.I.P.
Yeah, RIP. Game review. Well, looks like drawing extra cards is pretty powerful. And even with Solvi flooding out, the Esper Sentinel was able to help him out of the flood. Man, did that Esper Sentinel draw him so many cards. Although it does have to be said that it was due to Dylan's misplay that Solvi was able to interact with his play with the Force of Negation. As for Hidden, boy did he need those extra cards. Although it was unfortunate that luck was just not on his side for this game. And missing the land drop and not finding any other artifact ramp really shot him down until too late. But thank you to the players that joined the game, and hopefully there'll be more games in the future. Hey guys, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I just wanted to let you know that we have a TCG affiliate link, and if you ever see a card you want to try or are inspired to brew something new, use our link when purchasing and we'll receive a small portion of the sale. This is a great way to support the channel, and if you enjoyed the gameplay, please leave a like and subscribe, as it really helps us keep making videos. And remember, never give up, even if you're dead on board. I'll see you guys later.